There we go.
Definitely need to stretch because you've been sitting on aeroplanes.
Yeah, I need stretching as well.
On aeroplanes?
Yeah, I went to the Paris Nuclear Fire Engineering Conference.
Oh God, I'd like to say that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, they were 10-hour days. Which is brutal.
It is brutal, 10 hours.
I'll just put this out for Amanda then if she's coming. Alright guys, is there anything you particularly want to work on? I know we always like to do a little bit of shoulder stretching. My neck, I don't think
Core
it's
strength.
I don't think it's strength. A bit of core strength.
Bit of leg stretching.
Leg stretching and core strength. Sounds
All of
good
it
to
really.
me.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with a little bit of core strength just in balance then, because that's what you need to. So we're just going to take it up. Have a slight lean back. Does that make sense? Just to activate the core a bit more. Draw the tummy in, squeeze the glute of the leg that you stood on, and then just take it out, and then back to centre. And 2, 3. Is that your part?
Yeah.
4.
It's not me.
4, 3, 2. Hold it out, push it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then see if you can bring that knee straight back to the other knee. Try and always, when people try and lift too high on this one, it's not about lifting high, it's about trying to keep headlights on the hips. So keep the hips nice and still. And for 3, for 4, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and then just take that foot over the other one for a nice little stretch to the back leg. Take the hips backwards and just gently come down towards the floor. Take a beautiful in-breath. And out. 3 more breaths. Did you notice if the catch was off the door, guys?
It was open.
It was
That's
open
what you
when I
mean.
came in.
Was it? You could just get in, right?
Yeah. That's how we got injured.
Left up. And then gently up. Do you know the code if not?
No.
Oh, do it, yeah.
You should have probably given it, really.
Well, everyone's got it. I trust
Yeah.
you. I'm not being funny, but there's not a great deal to me.
Well, who knows? You tell it for one thing.
There she is.
Sorry,
It's all right, darling.
Doctor called me.
3,
Hello. No.
2. And you're going to do one leg and not the other. We've done the other one. 1,
The one
2,
strong leg.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then just back to here, and then just 8 little lifts for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Take it over. Bring the hips back. Chin to chest. Gently down. And just take some beautiful breaths in. And out. In. And out. Last 2. Last 1. And gently. Beautiful. So let's leave weights to one side. We might do them in a bit, but we'll do a bit more floor work, I think, today, a bit more core. So keep shoulders down, nice second position. Let's go into 20 low squats. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Better there.
It's meant to be awful. Everyone keeps telling me.
I think it's going to be awful.
No, I just think because we've had it lovely. We're having a bit of rain, which we
I
need.
think it's a bit of rain.
We need it.
I think it's sunshine and showers.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
The garden's just going to go.
Sunshine,
Yeah, it's gonna rejoice.
rainy day. Who sang that? Can you remember? Trip away. What is that with? No, someone.
Oh, I can't.
It's somebody else.
Shout at the screen if you remember who sang Sunshine on a Rainy Day. I remember
That'll
getting
be
chatted
good.
up by him girl at the club one night, and I always remember how really flat and she was gorgeous. Sorry, I'm with my boyfriend. 5 more, 5. Isn't it weird you remember it? I remember that. 3, 2, and 1. And then take the feet super, super wide. Take your hands behind your back and have a good old squeeze of that chest wall. Take a breath in. One more. And then just gently bring the hips backwards. Bring the hands up towards the ceiling as you take your head gently. Paul, you just go to where you... Yeah. In nose is good. Take a beautiful breath in. And out. In. And push your feet firmly into the mat, particularly the heel, and gently, gently with core engaged, come back up to centre position. Well done, beautiful. And then back into centre. We'll do not too many lunges. We'll make sure we do stretches in between. I know the legs are tight, guys. Mine, I was at the theatre. We'll do 12 and then we'll hold it down. I was at Watch Kinky Boots on Wednesday.
Oh,
night. It was very good, yeah. Really,
I've not
Johannes
seen it.
was
It was
great,
good,
but
yeah.
I mean, Serena was with me. Serena stood up halfway through because with the only tickets left were the balcony. Oh my god, I mean, I'm only little. I don't know how you'd have gone on, Carol. My knees were up to the...
Yeah. Is that at the ground?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
my bloody knees been bothering me ever since.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was a sellout. There were no seats anyway. No, it was... Johannes was amazing. 4, 3, 2, hold it down on the 1. Just to get that endurance, tuck the tailbone a little bit, hold. More seconds. I'm shaking today, my legs are so tired this week. And then take the hands on the knee and drive that back heel into the mat. Hold that stretch. Last one. And gently up, beautiful. Let's move to the other side. So again, backward, nice and long. Up, up, up. And down. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it down, tuck the tailbone, hold. Just let me think, shake it today. That's all right. That's it. And relax, well done. Take that back heel down, take a lovely in-breath. And out. In. And out. Last one. And beautiful. And we'll just do 20 really quick, just to get the lymphatic system. 12 really quick calf raises. So we'll just 1, 2, like a bounce. Without falling over. 2, 3, 4. In fact, another 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Just give yourself a little bit of a... Yeah. Okay, so let's come straight down to 4-point kneeling. So get down on the floor, do a little bit more floor. If we've got time, depends on an hour. Wouldn't we do it? So let's just go cow to cat, or cow to just neutral if you don't want to flex the spine completely. And let's keep it going for 9 more. So we're inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat. Three more. 2, 1, and then let's go into a little bit more core strength now. So take one hand forward and the other, just a little bit, so the hands are slightly in front of the elbows. Take your right leg back and the left if you can into plank. If it's too much, you can always keep your knees down, just draw the tummy up. Try and just have a bit, ever such a slight softness in the elbows, guys, turning the creases in towards each other, heel towards the floor. Let's just hold, keeping that core engaged. Let's just hold for another 15. Four, 3, 2, 1, and then take your right knee down, push your right hand into the mat and see if you can swivel the left hand up towards the ceiling just to activate those oblique muscles. You can either take your arm all the way over if you prefer, if that feels nicer, or just up to ceiling, hold. And then the other side, so again the other knee, and then take it over, push the hips forward, hold, push that.
I'm doing this.
Hand, are you doing it?
I don't know if I'm doing this. Is my knee down?
Knee down.
Well, you don't
On
have,
the wrong side.
this is the prep one. You might be, if you do side plank, come back again, I'll show you the full one, Carol. You might be able to, you probably can
So
do it
can I just
full one.
move your thing?
Yeah, yes, sorry. Yeah, they're big them, aren't they? Apologise. So you can do from plank,
Yeah.
if you're really strong, you just have to be careful of the shoulder girdle. So you're pushing the right hand in, and then you can swivel like this if you're strong enough. There you go.
I prefer that one.
Yeah, I do
The other
actually.
one that I couldn't
I find
press.
the prep one quite not very good, but a lot of people, yeah, can on your wrist. You can do it on forearms. You can do it like this as well. You can do it on a forearm plank if you prefer. Take the hand in and then swivel like that. Yeah, yeah. So some people prefer wrist, some people prefer forearm. That's it. Good. And then back to centre. Beautiful, and then just hold into your plank position for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come up into downward dog. You might be better going on to knuckles, and if you've got your wrists a bit tight there. I have got a client who's got I broke her wrist not so long ago, and she's just downward dog, just on a forearm plank.
I'm alright, you know, with
When
down
the
dog, I
ball,
think
it's just
when
if it's one,
it's this
yeah.
one that I had my surgery on.
Yeah. And then heels towards the ground. Just hold that stretch. And then back. Place the knees back on the mat. Take the hands slightly in front. And then bring your elbows back. Are you slipping today? Bring your elbows back. That is, I find that might a bit slippy. I don't know why. It's maybe slightly different. It looks like it's same as this. And then into upward dog. Yeah, that's
Body
it.
lotion on or something.
Take
last
a
time I
nice
used
breath
it.
in. Tucking the tailbone. Stretching the front of the body, and then sit back on your heels, your bottom to heels. Just to the back. You can always give your hand a little bit of a push. Take a beautiful in breath. And out. In. And out. And then take the big toes together, knees out wide. Walk both hands round to the right. Take your left hand, reach it as far as you can over the bottom. Right hand, just to get that lateral stretch. Take a beautiful in breath. And out. In and out. Last one. And beautiful. Back to centre position, back to the left. Right hand comes over the left bottom hand. Take a breath in. And out. In. And out. Last one. And beautiful. Well done. Back to centre position. Okay, so Paul has asked for some core today, so we are going to do core. Yeah, leg core. So if you want to use your roller, you can. We'll do a nice little bit of shoulder work, Ruth, so I know you like your shoulder stuff on before you have to leave. So if you don't want to go on your roller, you can do it on the floor, guys. But roller just gives you that little bit more core strength, because you obviously have to really think about that kind of ribcage close and that navel to spine. So make sure that always just that your head is completely on the roller. So you want your head as near to the top of the roller as you can, so that your bum fits on. I've got about a foot left, but
I've got 1 centimetre.
yeah. Alright. And then keep that length across the front of the chest, and always give yourself a little bit of time to just get the neck right. So make sure you've got a slight chin to chest so that the neck is nice and lengthened. Length through the collarbones. Ribs now are the next thing that you want to feel like you're really pushing them in and together. And then give yourself a nice little pelvic imprint release and find that neutral spine where you've got a little gap underneath the lumbar spine. Ribs are firmly down on the roller. Bring your right leg up and your left leg. Let's see if we can follow instructions, because I gave these last week and about half of them did it. Not here, at another class. You're all perfect. See if you can take your right hand up towards the ceiling. If this is too much, don't worry, we can take it back down. What I want you to do, we're going to do 12, so we're not on this side. So we're going to push our rib cage down. We're going to take the right hand back and the right leg forward. I mean, it was easy, that, wasn't it? I can't follow these instructions. If it's too much, just take that right hand down and just take your right leg forward. Yeah.
It's too much, Joe.
Ribs closed. So what you always want to watch out for when you take your right hand backwards is that you don't allow the ribs to pop up and out. You want to keep them in kind of closed in and down. And let's do 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Take that hand down. Let's just give ourselves a breather by taking the right foot back down and the left foot, and then just give yourself a nice little pelvic imprint release. So you're just rocking the pelvis forward and back, and then find that position where you feel like you're working the core the hardest, usually in neutral. And so that imaginary tray drinks are still on the tummy. Bring our right leg up to tabletop and our left. Not unusual to be able to do one side and not the other, so try and take your left hand away. If it doesn't work, then just bring it back down. Take the left hand back and the left leg forward, so the right leg just keeps in tabletop, it doesn't move, the right hand's on the mat. For 2. Yeah, it will come, it does come. When I first did it, I couldn't. It's a little bit of like brain. Keeping them ribs down, really drawing the tummy, navel in towards the spine. And for 3 more, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Well done. Take the right foot down and the left, have a little pelvic imprint release. And just a good kind of core one, really, just to see how balanced you are and whether we've got one side stronger than the other. Is just take your right hand over to your left shoulder and then the other one. So you're just crossing your hands basically across your chest. Keep the rib cage closed. And again, try as much as you can, push the left foot into the mat. Raise your right foot as low as you can, so literally about half an inch, that's it, and just hold. Just about an inch, keep drawing that tummy in. And then take that foot down, transfer the weight to the right foot, draw the tummy in, keep the core strong, lift your left. Again, it's usually easier on one side.
Oh, me then.
Bring that foot down a bit more,
Oh,
Carol, if
actually,
you
that's-
can.
yeah.
Try and just lift it like an inch or so. Sometimes it is, it's just talking to your brain, really. Yeah, when I first lifted my left, I like, oh, I can't do it. And then lower, back, down. Well done. Take your arms down by your side. Last set of core. So again, on the roller, we're just going to, again, do that nice pelvic imprint release. Find your centre. Draw the navel away from your imaginary hot pants. Bring your right leg up. Left leg, make sure the rib cage is down. Keep your arms down by your side. Chin to chest. Try not to move through the lower back at all. Take the right leg out. And slowly back in. And the other side. So I tend to out breath and then in breath as I come in. It doesn't really matter because you're really trying to
Breathe.
operate. Yeah, if in doubt, breathe. And really, you're trying to kind of operate the same level of control when you take the leg out as when you bring it back in. Sometimes people snap the leg in quite quickly. And for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, well done. Take the right foot down and the left. Give yourself a nice little pelvic imprint release. And just watch her on the roller, and it always feels, well, it just for me, lovely. Let's just do a little bit of neck work. So chin towards the chest, and just gently bring your right ear to shoulder. Try and take it maybe that little bit further than you want to. And then back to centre, and then the other way. Oh. And then back again. And again. Keep flipping Amanda, thinking, do I want a facial? Because then she'll do my neck. And again.
So next week.
2 weeks in it, my birthday. Week on Thursday. 2 weeks is yesterday. Not that I'm counting.
What did you do for your birthday?
Martin said last night, are we going out on your birthday? I'm like, bloody well hope so. Yeah, we go out for everyone else. And I went, yes, Martin. Mason and Abs have booked it, haven't they? Because I did tell you this last week. We're going to that Mexican Carol.
Yeah, you said. Be
So
nice.
it'd be nice.
Which one?
I've never been, but Mason and Abs love it. What's it called? What's it called? Is it Lupo's or something? No. Lupo Cantina or something. It's in
Is it on Kirkstall Road?
Kirkstall Road, but Abs and Mason is fab. It's only like a little Mexican cantina, nothing flash, but it's apparently food's lovely. And then take both hands up to ceiling and dead reasonable. And then just take it into flexion. And then the other way. So we're just going to
What's
release the
reflection?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no,
when
not
you take,
looking.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Just like scissor arms, yeah. And then just bring them both up to centre again. So both hands up towards the ceiling. And just imagine there's an apple tree above you and you're just going to reach up. So you're protracting your shoulder blade away from the roller and then you're grabbing the apple and retracting it back down. And then the other side. So it's a bit like, they sometimes call it rope climb. Just to keep the muscles around the traps and the pecs, so the front and the back moving. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, well done. Let's come off of our roller? Has everyone at home got a roller? I know Jenny and... Have you got one, Rue? Yeah, brilliant. And I know Jen has, because Jenny likes, yeah. So, just because Carol said let's stretch the legs a little bit, we're actually not going to stretch them just yet until we work them. But we are going to just see how tight they are. This is going to hurt me because for some reason my legs have never felt so tight, and I think it's because I was sat with them like that at the theatre. So, when you roll on the roller, you never want to roll on your bones. So don't roll on the kneecap itself. Try and take the roller kind of, if you start at kind of the top of the thigh, obviously not on your pubic bone, just a little bit below on the top of the thigh. I'm not saying this is going to be pleasant, guys, but it's like a cheap massage. And then just gently, nice and slowly, start bringing the roller down the leg.
All the way, or just to the knee?
To the knee, just above the kneecap. Yeah, so you're just kind of rolling forward and back.
That's nice.
Do you like that?
No.
Yeah. So if your legs aren't super tight,
If somebody could do that on the back of my legs at the same time.
We'll do on the cat. Funnily enough, hamstrings, even though hammies are tight, they don't feel painful at all on the roller. Quads can do.
It's gorgeous.
So you can, so for me, if you go super slow, for me the most tender, not as bad as I thought actually, the most tender part is probably a couple of inches above my kneecap. But for other people it's different.
Yeah, mine's just there, yeah, about there.
Yeah, about there, and you're supposed to do, it's called the melt method.
That's really...
If you find something tender, you're supposed to just try and breathe through it and let the pain melt away. So just take some nice in breaths.
Oh, no.
And out. In. And out. And then just move up a little bit further up the leg. In, just breathe in. And out. In. And out, and then a little bit further up, and then just keep rolling. So obviously, because the quads, there's 4 great big muscles that run down, kind of through up the middle of the leg and then slightly to the side. I err on caution. I was taught to do this and roll on the IT band. It's bloody...
I hate my IT band being even touched.
Yeah, it's, your IT band runs down. Now, it's not muscular, it's connective tissue. I went on a pain management. Yeah, I went on a pain management course, and they were full of chiros, and they were like,
That's not as bad as the front for me.
Oh,
isn't
really?
it?
Oh, God.
So the
The
jury's out. The jury's out a little bit.
Oh,
There's a little bit of, really, you need to ask yourself. You can't really stretch fascia. So actually, is it really doing anything other than giving you pain? I would suggest that it's just giving you pain. But if you like the feeling, Carol, go for it.
Which is better than the other feeling.
And then you can come onto your back and you can do calves. Now this is a little bit more, just be careful with your back, Paul. You need a little bit of upper body strength, I think, for this, because I like to bring myself away because I find it's easier. And you just kind of roll, you kind of turn, a little bit like what you do with our feet, babe. You kind of turning the legs in and out. And it might give you an indication, are you tighter through the medial part, that middle part of it? If you turn your feet in towards each other, and then you just round, so you just kind of move it. Try and go up into your gastrocnemius, Paul, a bit further up, so right into the belly there. That's it. Belly.
That's most belly.
Through almost like Achilles. Yeah. Mine's right, kind of really in medial, like inside, which I'm surprised. Try and turn yours in, Carol, a bit like that.
Yeah, mine's inside that, but right near my ankles.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, sometimes it's nice to just do one at a time. So some people like mine, whoa, mine's there. It's interesting, isn't it? I don't roll.
Is it to do with how you walk, John?
Yeah,
is
definitely.
that the
Like
way
you prone it, and if you
Yeah.
sometimes, whoa, bloody hell, yeah. So I find when I massage people quite regular, you'll see it.
Yeah.
But sometimes they're really tight up the lateral side of the leg. Other side, Mason's always tight here.
Right.
Jude's always tight here. So yeah, whether you pronate or supinate. You can do it through your back. I'm not going to get you to do it today, but you can kind of that. Well, you can try it if you want.
Is that nice or is that not nice?
I mean, I wouldn't say nice. If I'm honest, it's not the description I would put in the dictionary. Oh, because my lats are tight. Ooh. No, it's not nice, Carol. Not nice for me. You might feel it nice, Paul.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's not bad.
Oh, gosh. If you go slightly laterally, kind of turn your body.
Ooh, bloody hell.
Yeah, that's what.
my god. But
That's quite strong.
it's kind of good though.
Yeah, yes. And the more you went on it, the less it would get. And you get used to
Everyone's
kind of.
listening to this, they'll be wondering what's going on.
You get used to kind of.
This is round my waist.
Jenny might be going, why haven't you shown me this before?
Oh.
Yeah, you learn to bring your body away from it a bit. Do you know what I mean? You learn to not put too much pressure on if it's too tight.
But I think it's good.
Yeah, because we've got obviously all our muscles, right? There's loads of muscle. You can do your bum. So if you imagine if you've got like piriformis stuff, yeah, kind of rocking on the kind of fleshy bit of your bum, maybe a bit round to the side. So if your bum's a little bit tender, like I like it on my bum, I think it feels particularly the side of your bum. Now if you took it to hamstrings are really funny. You would think that hamstrings would be super painful and they're not. Even though generally they're the tightest part of people's bodies, they don't feel
No, it doesn't.
much at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Strange, isn't it though? Because you would think, because they're super, super tight, that they'd feel painful. For me, quads are definite. Quads and inner calves a bit tender, but quads are definitely tight for me.
My background on lace was a killer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and lats.
Really
I did a class once. Just she were standing actually. She were really
It's quite
really
nice
good.
as well.
And she got like a little golf ball, and we did loads of rolling.
Oh,
Right.
Really kind of through our waist, and you were like, gee, there you go, something slightly different.
Oh,
yeah. Free
So,
massage.
yeah, free massage, there you go, do yourself out of business. Let's, yeah.
Wouldn't be as good as that.
Thanks, Carol. So we're going to take now, we're going to do some bridge, but we're going to do, so we're really opening up. So obviously if the chest muscles get tight, it affects breath, all kinds of stuff. So this is a nice way of just opening the chest. So remember with bridge, we're walking our feet a little bit close to our bum, so our shins are underneath our knees. We start in neutral spine, we take a lovely in-breath, and then do that little pelvic imprint and imagine you're squashing something underneath your lumbar spine and really force your big toe and the foot as much as you can into the mat to activate the pelvic floor. Move your spine away, bone by bone. Lifting up into your bridge, onto your shoulder blades, and we're going to hold for 2 big deep breaths. Last one, big breath in, and slowly come back down, this time really allow your bum to completely relax.
That's a good idea.
And then all the way down, and then take a breath in again. Gently roll the lower back into the mat, push the feet into the mat, come up into your bridge, sending the knees forward, the hips are high. Take a beautiful inhale at the top. Slowly lower. And if that just feels nice and you're like, do you know what, it's more about mobilising today, you're still going to get some strength, then continue. Otherwise, take your arms down by your side, lift yourself straight up into your bridge, and this is a bit more core. So we're going to really draw the core in, so really feel like your navel is coming in towards your spine. Walk your fingertips down towards your heel and really work super hard on keeping the hips level. And we're going to, it's like a marching action really, we're just going to lift one leg into tabletop And then we're going to lower it, keeping our hips as stable as possible. Lift the other side, keeping the tummy engaged. No movement through the hips. 1, 2, good. And again. And you might take it for granted if you're used to bridge, but when you first start teaching people bridge, they just cannot keep their hips level when they lift a leg.
It's hard.
Yeah. When I used to teach Mace this, Carol, because he couldn't lift his leg without dropping his hip.
Really?
So yeah, Mentis.
Well, maybe I'm doing that, I don't know. It's hard, so yeah.
Yeah, you just have to really work on keeping them super level. We're going to do 4 more singles. So 4, keep core engaged. 3, 2, and then we're just going to hold it up, one leg, just hold, tuck the tailbone so you're activating your hamstrings a little bit on that foot that's on the floor. Yeah, and then we're just going to drop the butt an inch and lift. Drop and lift. 8 more, 8. Keep that tailbone tucked. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Switch sides. Tuck the tailbone. So really tuck your bum under. Yeah, on the other side and drop and lift. You're only dropping a couple of inches. And lift. 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the foot down. Take a breath in. And slowly down. You'll probably feel like you really need a hug of the knees into chest. So just pull those knees into chest. And we'll do a little bit of our side leg so we can then really stretch out the legs. Have a little roll. Roll the other way. Beautiful. And we'll just take a little supine spine stretch. So just lengthen your left leg. Take the left hand onto the outside right thigh and just bring that right foot towards the mat. Take a breath in. Sorry. Yeah. I was just telling the guys, went to see stuff last night, cancelled my class and went over. Yeah. Do you know what? She's doing great. They're trying the stairs with her today. She's just walking to the right a bit. She's got a slight droop on her right eye, but cognitively, and then the other side, she's doing fab. She's just in an awful ward now. They've moved her from high dependency to a normal stroke ward, and they're all bloody hallucinating. And they all look half dead, to be fair. It's so sad.
And is she going to be alright?
She's going to be on, she thinks she's going to be on antiplatelet medication for life, but, you know, they're going to assess that every 3 months.
Right.
And then knees in. But yeah, I mean, I was saying Joe, her fiance, is uber positive.
Right.
There's no kind of, do you know what I mean? No sadness, no negativity, only positive thoughts. She's going to be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I think he said I broke down when I went to my mum's show because it was super scary when it all happened. But he said now, she's back to my old stuff. Oh. And beautiful, well done guys. Let's come on to our kind of thing. Lay towards me guys. Soften that, bend that bottom knee just so you've got this nice kind of lift, and then really lengthen the bottom hand. And we'll do a rectangle first a change. So forward a lift. I said though this poor lady she was completely screaming and all sorts, non-stop. Martin was like, I'm sorry Soph, I've got to go. I can't bear it anymore. I'm like, Martin, she's going to be here all night. She said, I wouldn't recommend the food. Just a bit worried when she goes home, Amanda, because she lives in a terraced house.
Right.
So the steps there are really pretty.
Steep.
Yeah, and I said, I know you won't want to surf, but I think till you get yourself really you know, you need to probably think about getting a commode or something, you know, so you're not going up and down stairs all the time. And then just drop. But they won't let her out until she manages stairs in hospital anyway.
It's amazing what happens in a second, isn't it? Really?
Oh my God. Because Martin was like, yeah, but she'll drag in her foot. I said, it's only been 4 days, babe. She's doing amazing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Just pull it back. And we'll just do a tiny little bit of climb. So just bring the shins away and then just make sure that kind of top heel is kind of in line with the bottom. Again, a bit like we did with bridge, try and keep the top hip facing forward. So again, there's a big tendency to do this. So it's not really about how high you lift the leg, it's more that you keep that top hip bone facing forward. So I'd probably, yeah, stop a bit lower than you want to, Carol, that's it. And then 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, beautiful, 3, 2, and then we're just going to kick it, but just bring it back and kick it straight out. Back to the foot. 6. Was the lakes lovely, Carol?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Get real nice weather.
Yeah.
Yeah,
beautiful weather.
There's some great walks.
Yeah, the West has had it, and like Jude were in Manchester last weekend at a festival. He said it was stunning.
Yeah, I think the West have had it best.
Yeah.
I think the East have been okay. I think the East has been quite cool.
Yeah. 3,
Castle Howard on Sunday was
2.
freezing. I had a hat and gloves on all
Oh,
day.
and then onto your back. Good work. Take that foot you've just been lifting onto the knee of the opposite leg and just lift the foot, pushing that knee away. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry for the sound effects, everyone back.
It's quite nice to kind of that knee to kind of rock it in as well. Does that make sense? So you bring it inwards and you can just, it just stretches. So you'd almost take your hand to the outside of the knee and just rock it in a bit. 3, 2, 1, and then just push the knee away again. 3, 2, 1, and then has everyone got a band? Yeah, put up your band, guys, and just take the bands around the foot, that leg you've just been lifting and lowering. Just stretch the old legs out. Yes, again, tendency is that you want to bring the leg right up here, but try and keep a neutral spine, so try not to dip that lower back into the mat, keep it in neutral and just really push the heel up towards the ceiling, so you're stretching through the calf. And because Serena's on, her toes are always tight. Flex, so bring the toes in towards the sole of the foot, so you kind of just scrunch them up and then wave them away. Scrunch and then wave them away. And again. 2, 1, and then just take the foot in and out. Yes, Soph made me giggle last night because she's obviously worried. She started this job that she hates, and oh yeah, that's why she went to the doctor with this. They put her on naproxen and she's been having these stress headaches, and basically she's not signed a contract, so she don't know if she's going to get paid. So she's thinking of ways of earning money. She said, I might be one of them. I might just take some pictures of my feet while I'm in hospital. Yeah, and then just bring the foot over. Matt is like, what do you mean? So I'm like, Sean, haven't you heard of these people that put like pictures of feet in? Like all kinds of weird stuff. With like my support stockings on. That's what Soph was saying, there's some bloody weirdos, crackpots. And then back to centre, and then just take it out to the side.
Got the door in the way.
gently onto your side just to bring yourself onto the other leg. And again, bend that bottom knee. So you kind of go forward,
I'm sorry, I'm going
and then forward. Again, keep them hips super still. And back. Forward, lift, back and down. Forward and again, just really working on trying not to let the hips rock. Keep the hips still, keep that waist lifted. And then let's switch directions, so just take the leg up a bit, across the top, down, and then across the bottom, just an oblong shape. Four, 3, 2, 1, well done, and then drop and lift, drop and lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just grab the foot, bring the heel into bum, just pull that thigh backwards, take a breath in. Oh, you're going away, aren't you, next week, Paul?
I am. Yeah.
Lovely,
Santorini.
Santorini. Oh, how nice.
The coastal walks look amazing.
Yeah, and you can probably get a ferry, really quick ferry over to, I'm sure you can go to, is it Crete?
Oh, right.
Yeah, have a little look. I don't think
Okay.
it'll be much, because I only know because Liz goes to Crete a lot and she used to always go for the day to Santorini. Because it's quite a small island, isn't it? I think
Yes.
Santorini. And then just bring the heels and then just open and close. Have you checked the weather? It's looking good.
I haven't actually.
It will be now, I can't imagine it. Did you find Greece had got, because I was just looking, Carol, I was just looking at a couple of restaurants, because Abs had told us about this restaurant in Paleokastritsa. Bloody hell, I mean, Abs were just there with Robin Shipjo, it's beautiful, called Monastery.
It's expensive.
Ah!
everywhere was kind of.
They were like, you can't have a table till you spend minimum €80 per person,
Yeah.
minimum.
Just eating.
No, I mean, we'll eat out obviously lots, but I thought it's alright if there's just you on with your chap, isn't it?
Exactly, but when
In an hour. Oh no, we did that one, didn't we, guys? Just left. Yeah, you found it
It's
alright.
about the same price as here.
Yeah.
Out here.
Yeah,
Some were a bit more pricey, but they were
about the same.
mostly on par with here.
Yeah.
it's nowhere cheap now, is there? It
No.
just isn't the thing.
Portugal's really good value.
Is it, yeah.
Really good. I mean, they're not all, Carol. I mean, you can't. That one were expensive. Like all main dishes were like €45, €50.
Well, maybe that's just a special place.
Yeah, maybe it'd just be Matt and all
Yeah.
that.
You can still get like a euros or whatever for €6. Or
Yeah, if you want
between
just
€6
to-
and €9,
yeah.
which is
Five.
good for the boys and things, or for
Yeah.
lunch and stuff.
Yeah.
Filling, aren't
Yeah.
they?
3, 2,
But main meals were around between
about
18
and 20.
24.
Yeah. And then on to back. Oh, and then just again, just take that foot first and just lift up, push the knee away. Or you can rock it a little bit if you want to rock it inwards.
I get the impression that Santorini is expensive for Greece.
Yeah,
I think
I
it
think
will
it
be.
is, Paul.
It's super trendy, isn't it?
This is why we go. It is Lisa's
It's
wedding.
very traditionally Greece, isn't it? Beautiful with the white
Yeah,
buildings
yeah.
and-
But Mace went, I'll ask him, Mace went a few years ago and there's different parts of the island, Paul. So I
Okay.
think if you Google it, you'll find different, more traditional places,
Oh,
I think, in Santorini than just kind of, because they all head towards that place where they watch sunset, don't they? I can't remember
Yes.
what it's called. I think it's like super uber busy.
Yeah.
Is it a wedding you're going to?
It is, yeah, it's nice.
Oh, nice. Oh, that'll be beautiful.
Yeah,
They've had loads of tremors though, haven't they? Loads of
Yes.
tremors.
And then up, guys, just flex and point. How often?
Yeah, loads of people were getting alarms going off on their phones in the middle of the night. They send an alert
Oh, yeah.
for earthquake and tsunami.
Oh my god. And then just in and out. to bend in the same hand, in the opposite hand, and then just in and out. Looking forward to a Greek salad though. I don't know nobody makes a Greek salad.
Like the Greeks.
I just love the tomatoes that they got.
Oh yeah.
It's the sun just
Yeah,
makes a huge difference.
stunning out there.
Mm.
The boys laugh at me, they're like, "You're having a Greek salad again?"
Oh, Abs will join you on that one.
Yeah.
She loves Greek
Oh.
salad. I found them a bit too salty with the feta.
Do you? And
olives,
then
it's
bring it
all a
out
bit-
to the side.
I don't like all the onions in it.
Don't, oh,
I
I
do
don't,
love
I
salad.
don't always do onions, do they? It depends.
Why I was asked not to do onions now.
I just don't like onions, does she?
No. They do repeat on you a bit, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, and lovely Don Laddies.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fish, how lovely. I know you don't like fish, man, do you?
Oh, well, you don't.
I can't. Yeah, they don't like you. Bring it the other way.
Surprisingly though, Pepos didn't have much fish on the menus.
Really?
So I don't know if there's been a problem or
Oh.
whatever. Because normally the menus are a lot more fishy than they were.
Yeah.
Because my mum likes fish and she was a bit disappointed with that.
Mm. And then back to centre, and then just take both feet and just really just push them both up.
I think because they've had such bad storms, so maybe they haven't.
Maybe
really,
the fishing's not yet.
yeah, maybe they
Yeah,
haven't been able
maybe.
to go fishing as much.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And just push up, hold. And just gently bend the knees and just bring the inner thighs together. Take a couple of little supine spines. Oh, and
Holiday to Pefgos, 9th of June, £229 per
oh
person.
wow! Thank you, love. Oh my God. Oh, thanks, lovely. Thanks, Serena. Thanks, Jen. Just get up how you feel comfortable. Yeah, wow.
Where's that to?
It's a Pefgos and it was some studios, they're a bit